things Halloween. This is hauntformer, and everyone, welcome back to another Halloween 2016 video. And today, we're going to be taking a look at some of the newest products from Morbid Enterprises for 2016. Now today, I'm going to be showing you the new products from the catalog, but if you want to check out the full catalog, go to morbidenterprises.com. I will post a link in the description. And without further ado, let's jump right into it, because there is quite a bit. So, here we go. The first page has some really cool new Star Wars stuff. You got, of course, the Darth Vader, Yoda, and Jabba inflatables, and also those cool signs at the bottom that are pretty interesting. I would have liked to see some animatronics from Star Wars, but I understand that, you know, it probably is more expensive to make those. So these inflatables and signs are pretty cool, though, especially if you are a big Star Wars fan. Next up, we've got some actual animatronics. We've got the Winged Reaper, which is similar to a lot of other Reaper animatronics we've seen in the past, but we've got this two-headed animated greeter. He reminds me of the Hatbox Ghost, except without a hat box and just an actual head. There are some videos of these also if you go to the Morbid Enterprises Dropbox page, so be sure to check those out as well. Up next, we've got probably the coolest animatronics from Morbid this year, I would say. The Psycho Shringe, which is basically Spasm if he were, you know, unhinged. And the Cleaver Clown, which looks pretty creepy, and I bet the animation is also really cool too. Up next, we've got the Storybook Witch. She looks like we've seen her before, but this is a new prop for 2016. And the Whiplash Ghoul. The Whiplash Ghoul looks pretty interesting. I wonder if the ghoul will be expensive or not, judging by, you know, it looks a little bit smaller and maybe not as complex, so maybe it will be on the cheaper side of things, but still pretty cool props. Then, of course, we have one of the weirder looking ones, but I still think it's pretty cool, the Chest Flasher, similar to maybe the Chest Ripper prop, except it actually flashes something pretty creepy. And it looks kind of like a ghoul or a goblin more than it does a zombie, but I still can see the resemblance of a zombie. And next we have the Possession prop. This looks like something out of The Exorcist, except it's not a Exorcist brand thing. It's more of just Morbid Enterprises' own Possession Halloween prop. And I believe it shakes and makes some unsettling noises, so that's a pretty weird one. Up next is the Hanging Bride. This is a hanging prop. We possibly will see this at Spirit Halloween or at Party City this year, just depending on where Morbid, you know, reaches out to. We've also got the Jill O-Lantern at the bottom. This is like a kind of like a haunted doll, except it has a pumpkin head, which is pretty interesting and definitely a unique idea for a Halloween prop. Then one of my favorite props brought into the mini scale. The Mini Spasm looks pretty cool. It's more of a tabletop spasm, but I still think that's a pretty cool prop idea. Moving right along is the Ghostly Consort, and these are two ghosts that hang on a pole, and I think they glow this kind of blue, eerie light, similar to the next prop that I'm about to show you, which is the Bride from Beyond. Similar lighting scheme to the other ghosts, but this one is more of a full-size 5-foot bride, and this is probably one of my favorite things from the catalog, just because it reminds me of the Haunted Mansion so much in the look to it, and just the lights for these ghosts are really awesome. So a big shout out to Morbid for those awesome ghost effects. Next up, we've got the half-body hanger and the hanging bat. These are some more hanging props. The half-body hanger looks pretty cool, and the bat also has a creepy-looking look to it. Kind of looks realistic, if you ask me, but those are some more hanging props. And now we've got two zombie babies. Whether these will be at Spirit Halloween or not is the question, but they are the baby girl and boy first teddy props, and they both have teddy bears. They look pretty similar, but I like the eyes and their kind of big heads. They look almost more cartoonish than they do, like, realistic. But they are still pretty cool for Halloween displays, especially if you have other zombie babies with them. Next up are some weapons. The two new ones are the Battle Axe and the Skull Flail. And these are probably more of costume accessories than they are Halloween props, but still, you know, pretty interesting. And now this whole page actually has some new Halloween props on it. You've got the glow chains, all different sizes and shapes. You've got the hand candle. You've got the carton of eyes. And you've got the zombie doll light pathway. Again, these are really cool looking props, so definitely you will want to check these out when they are for sale. Next, we've got actually another one of my favorites, the hanging candles. There's two different types. I like the ones that are longer and thinner, but both of them are pretty interesting. Cool prop idea also. You've also got the hanging skulls. You've got the crow on the skulls, and you've got the candle drip bottle. Next up is one that I'm not that big of a fan of, but I heard it was pretty popular at the expo, and that is the spirit board. Now, if you know anything about me, I'm not really one for, you know, Ouija boards or spirit boards, but the prop idea is definitely interesting, although I probably won't be picking it up. Up next is the I'm going to try to pronounce it right, so bear with me. The arm sconce, and these are both holding and hanging. So in one arm, he is holding the light, and in the other, it is hanging from his hand. So these are pretty cool to put on the wall or in your house, wherever you want to, but these are some more Halloween props. Up next is also another one of my favorites. It's pretty funny looking too, the grouse berry pie. I just like the name, and I also like just the effect that it has. It makes for a really weird looking effect, and it just is a cool and kind of funny looking Halloween prop that I definitely want to pick up hopefully this year. Up next are a bunch of different pictures. These are all new. You can take a look at each one individually in the catalog, but overall, it's just a bunch of new portraits. And something really cool, actually, the darkroom photos. I really like those, and I hope to pick those up too. It's just a, you know, a unique idea for a Halloween prop. Of course, you've got all these signs, so many different signs to choose from. There's some clever ones, some funny ones, some weird ones. So definitely a lot of different signs. You've also got the Sleepy Hollow, Transylvania, Roswell, and Salem sign. That one is also pretty cool to put outside. And you've got new tombstones, a lot of different new tombstones. There's one that says Vacancy, which I thought is pretty funny. But again, new tombstones and new lawn decor, as you can see. All different kinds of lawn decors. Some of them look a little bit cheaper, but again, it's better for a budget. And last but certainly not least, the S-Hat Witch. Now, it kind of looks like a weird-looking face on that witch, but definitely a creepy-looking face as well. And definitely a prop that, if you're on a budget, will probably be a decent price for what you get. So that is everything that I found that is new from the Morbid 2016 catalog. Again, these were the props. If you want to see the costumes and masks and all that other good stuff, make sure to check out the Morbid Enterprises catalog for 2016. Thank you again for watching, you guys, and make sure to subscribe to Hauntformer to see a lot of new Halloween products for 2016. And remember, for all things Halloween, this is Hauntformer.